Hey everyone, this is Maya, also known as a Reading Diva. Today is actually Christmas Eve here in Charleston. It's about 65 degrees, which is a little warm for this time of the year. But I realized that I haven't done my year-end list of my favorite books of 2011, and it was kind of a little hard to do. There was not too many books that grabbed my attention this year. But also this year, a lot of things happened here in the Charleston area. There were a lot going on as in terms of a lot of authors came into town. Carl Weber, Sister Soldier came, Edward P. Jones, and also I remember a couple of weeks ago I traveled down to Spartanburg to see Sapphire, so that was very interesting. And like I mentioned before, I saw went to the National Book Club conference with the Literary Divas of the Local Country. We just recently changed our name to Book Club Groupies, and we had a good time. So I decided to take a unique twist instead of writing what books what were my favorites in 2011. I decided to give you a video of what were my favorites. First off on the list, I think this is a lot of people's favorites, and it's gotten a lot of reviews with Silver Sparrow, about the two sisters in Atlanta living in the 80s. One knew that that a sister existed, and one didn't, and all kind of drama ensued. And I'm still pissed at James for yeah, and I read that book like 6 months ago. So it did its purpose. I think that was probably was my favorite this year. Um, Another favorite I had this year was called Come Sunday Morning. And it was about this pastor who had a gay lover, and his wife was jealous and wanted to take over the church, and all kind of drama ensued as in terms of that. And that was a very good book, and I could see why Carl Weber and his company picked that book to be printed, because that book was full of drama. And it kept my attention, and hopefully there will be a sequel to that. So, another book I recently read was called Sellout by James Lewis, and he talked to us at our book club via Skype last week. And his book is about interracial relationships and how that goes, and that was pretty interesting because you had the guys who wanted to give up on sisters because they've had issues with them, and one girl wanted to give up on the brothers, and how all that ensued. And also there was one guy dated a white girl who had racist family members, so that was interesting too. Um, Another book I read recently was called My Long Trip Home by Mark Whitaker. He is over CNN Worldwide now. He was the first um, African American editor of Newsweek, and he had an interesting story about his parents. His father was the first PhD in politics, I believe, from Princeton, and his mother actually fled during Europe during World War II, and her father is a acclaimed World War II hero. And it's kind of like Dreams from My Father in a sense, and kind of a way it's not. It is also his different take about that thing. So I think that's one book I really enjoyed. Kimber Lawson wrote, we had two very good books this year. Love, Honor, Betrayed continues with Curtis and Charlotte. And Charlotte, I just don't know what to say about her. I really don't. So we'll find out in May what happens with them. And we also had Secret Accession, which I think one of the sisters in that book was somehow related to Charlotte, because she was kind of trifling. That book was about two sisters who there were two sisters and one guy, and one sister wanted to steal the other sister's husband. So that's what that book was really about. And I think, as in terms of true crime, my favorite one this year was Man in the Rockefeller Suit, which I wrote on the blog, about this German immigrant, or really illegal immigrant, who came into America, had all these rich people fooled that he was a Rockefeller, and he really wasn't. It wasn't until his wife was about to divorce him and was trying to take the kid until it was actually revealed that he was not a Rockefeller. So he put on his front for like close to 15 years. So I thought that was very interesting. Another book I really enjoyed this year was called Sweet Little Lies by Michelle Grant. I read her last book and I really enjoyed it. And I read this one. This was about a girl who turned out to really, who was torn between pursuing a relationship with this guy who was a really good guy. And I like her books because they were like really, really good men in there. And it kind of like, there were still good men out there and you don't want to really give up on them. So I really enjoyed that. And also, you know what? That may be it, according to my list of books I have this year. Unfortunately, I didn't read as many books as I did last year. I read like 72 last year. And this year, only, as of today, it's still at 41. So hopefully I'll get to read more books. Hopefully I get to make the 50 or at least finish a book a week. And I have so many books I have to catch up with and read and enjoy. So, and that's it for my list of books for 2011. And I wish you happy holidays and a happy new year. Bye bye.